I need opinions. Do I look naked right now? when I
She got that on the recording.
Welcome back to the 16th episode of Mindless Podcast. Today we're doing slightly controversial topics or questions that you'll hear every once in a while that are sort of kind of debatable. So, yeah, there's a bunch of ones here that maybe you'll agree with, maybe you won't. But at the end of the day, I'm pretty sure we have both sides to it. We probably disagree on most of them. So yeah, let's just get right into the riddle.
Okay, so the riddle. A container without hinges, lock, or a key, yet a golden treasure lies within me. What am I? Do you already know this?
I know this one. I won't say anything. I know this one.
Okay.
Wait, say that again.
A container without hinges, lock, or a key, yet a golden treasure lies within me. What am I?
This is there's a variation of this in the Lord of the Rings, right? It's one of the Lord of the Rings riddles. But it's phrased differently in rhymes and is sort
I forgot
of
Lord of the Rings even existed.
But it was one of my best friend's favorite riddles, so she would say it a lot, so I know the answer.
A jewelry box?
It's the version I've heard is a box that hinges, doors, or lid, yet golden treasure inside is hid. Is the version I've heard.
Is this a metaphor?
No.
If it was just treasure, it would have said an oyster because pearls, but golden treasure. Am I just stupid and it's really easy to guess?
I mean, I only know it because I actually know it. I don't know if I'd be able to guess it.
I don't know why when I first heard that, I was gonna say coffin.
Would you consider
A
a
tomb?
corpse golden treasure? I don't know,
tomb?
maybe. Also, coffins have hinges, doors, and lids.
Oh,
Actually,
yeah.
they don't have doors. Coffins don't have doors, but coffins have lids.
Well, that's upsetting.
I mean, it would be more upsetting if coffins didn't have lids.
Yeah, I was about to say. Oh no! When they're lowering him down, you just see everything.
Well, no, I just imagine just a solid box, like you weld the corpse into a metal box.
Transparent coffin.
What?
Would you? Why
would you want that?
To see the corpse?
I don't want that. I'm just the concept is not great.
You have to keep the corpse real fresh, or else it's gonna decay, and you're gonna see all that. I don't think anyone.
You also need to make sure the corpse is dressed.
I don't think it's common practice to put naked corpses in the coffin.
Wait,
especially when everyone has to go up to it.
Naked people?
Huh?
Is that a profession?
Naked people dress naked people? Is that what you just said?
Sure it is. If it's an open casket, so they want the corpse to look nice, then someone has to dress both in in actually literally putting on clothes and also dress as in make look nice the corpse. So corpse dressers are probably a thing.
How do they sleep at night?
They're probably used to it.
I mean, they probably have a horde of zombies. If they come back from the dead, they'd be on her side or his side because they're the ones who made him look nice before, being lowered.
Unless they just agree with the corpse dresser's fashion sense. Maybe
If you were blind, that would be a good occupation, right?
No, it
But
won't.
also,
You
you
won't be
also
able to
don't
know
need
what
a
it looks like.
Whoa, bird.
It's really. Why would. Okay, we're gonna go back to the riddle. That was slightly disturbing.
So, I was thinking about some sort of ore, because if you're thinking about it, maybe rocks were containing it. There's no seals at all. The rock itself is the seal without any lids.
Yeah.
I suppose geode would be a good guess, but it's not that. I'm sorry, I've taken over this riddle. I'm just not gonna talk.
Oh, that's fine. Okay, how about a hint? I have a hint.
Yes.
It's edible.
Oh, that's a big hint.
Gold
I know,
foil?
but I'm
Gold foil? No,
Yes.
with something
Just-
gold colored inside it, right?
Some sort of
You act like it's so obvious, but it's really not.
Well, it's the thing is, gold foil isn't something with something gold inside it. It's not a container, and it's just all of it is gold.
Wait, but I feel like my answer was so much better
Also, you
than whatever
can't
it
eat
is.
gold foil.
You
Yeah, you
can.
can.
There's edible gold.
Oh yeah. Okay. I
Oh,
thought
yeah.
it was just like tinfoil that was gold colored.
Oh my goodness.
That'd be hilarious.
I don't know. Can I give up? I genuinely
Heather,
don't.
do you want to give him another?
Lava cake. Wait, no, that's not right. That's not gold color. Unless you died.
All right. I'm trying to think of a hint that isn't super obvious.
Yeah.
We should probably make it obvious because we're clearly not getting it.
I know, but there's some hints that I could give you, and you would just immediately be able to tell what it is.
I know.
It's. I don't know. So it's
Like,
edible.
It's a food. It's a food.
A gusher.
Just.
Because there's
Am
gold.
I wrong? Am I wrong?
Yeah, you are, but like you're kind of on the right track.
Here's the thing, like all these answers that I'm giving are technically true, but they're
Yeah,
they
not
just
right
aren't the
to this
answer you're looking
specific
for.
riddle.
Yeah.
Kind of gushers, specifically yellow.
There are yellow gushers. What are you talking about?
Are there?
I don't know.
Yes,
I'm
but
assuming.
oh, okay.
Are there transparent? I'm gonna look up corpse dressers.
No, we're not
Oh my
doing
God.
that.
All right, guys. The outside
For
of this thing
sale?
is not yellow. The inside is yellow. The outside is not.
No, I got that. I get that.
Oh, I got confused.
An
I
egg.
put corpse dressers, right? And then like it finished it in the bar and it was like corpse
You're not
dressers
wrong,
for
actually.
sale. And I was like, you can't buy people. But they meant like the furniture.
Like a dresser, yeah, like a wardrobe.
Yeah. I was like, whoa, I can buy a person to dress me when I'm
Well,
dead.
no, theoretically, you would be paying for their services, right?
Yeah.
They don't
You
come
wouldn't
over
be
and dress
buying
your
said
corpse for free.
person.
I could
Okay,
put them
I
in my
give up.
will.
I'm done.
Okay, I have one last hint, and it's a big hint. Said food is a breakfast food.
Oh, that's actually a good one.
Yeah, egg Benedict.
I mean, do we give it to her? I mean, she basically.
It's an
A
egg.
poached egg.
I said an egg. Everyone replay that part where I said an egg.
Wait,
and
no,
well
you did.
one
I
bird.
didn't
Melly
say
said
egg.
that. Melly said
An
I
egg.
put corpse.
All right.
Also, my
So
hair-
my first one was already met with some disagreements from a specific person. I'm not gonna name her name, but it starts with an H. Okay.
Well, I'm not going to name any
It
names.
rhymes with
I'm gonna
feather.
I'm not going to name any names, so I'm going to say the first initial of the one person who only has that first initial in this group.
Yeah, I'm not obvious at all with that. Okay, so I say that summer is better than winter, and I
I
have
disagree.
many reasons. Nuh-uh.
Yep.
Cause
State argument.
okay, so summer, it's a break. You get like 3 months off between school. During winter, half the time you're like, okay, we got 2 weeks to chill out, and then you have finals, and then you have 2 weeks, and then you have the next semester. So you're stressed the entire time during winter. As a student, of course. This is from our perspective, not overall. Overall, I have different arguments, but we're not going to get into
What
that.
do you
Okay, but
mean?
I'm stressed all the time, so like.
Okay, no, but like final stressed, that's a different type of stress.
I know, but at least finals break
You
up
can't
the
stress like
monotony of regular everyday school.
Mm.
Like, sure, there are a lot, but that's
During
like that's
summer,
a whole
there
week
is
where you
no
don't
stress
have
for
daily
school.
classes.
There is no
It's just
school
2
unless
hours.
you're going to summer school.
Yeah.
Okay.
I agree
So-
with Heather. Winter is better than summer.
Winter's best.
Seneca,
Ooh.
opinions.
Oh, you're putting me on the spot now, huh?
Yeah, you're the tiebreaker or tie maker.
Yeah.
For me, I prefer summer only because of fencing and we
Editor.
Zen. Because we have National Zen, and that's when I get to see most of my friends, and I get
Yeah.
to spend time with them. So
You get more time to do the things you want to do. You aren't like, I don't have time because of school. I don't have time because I have to study for X, Y, Z. So I feel like summer is a lot less stressful in
See,
those
for,
situations.
for me, I don't think that's quite a good enough like evidence to back that up, because like you can say that for winter as well. It might not be as long, but you still get time off. You still get to spend time with your friends and whatnot. So
Heather, be
Uh-huh.
careful about your next words, okay?
No, you can fight me, Melanie. I appreciate Seneca's sort of mostly non-partial stance on the subject, because she understands that that it's like subjective. Because when I was talking, okay, so in our notes we have written down for what we're going to talk about in the episode. Melanie put down that summer was better than winter, and I put down in my section that she was wrong, and then Melanie got all pissy.
Hey, Heather, that is
and-
not what you wrote. It is way more than
There's
that.
a little bit of a profanity in
A bit of a personal attack there.
Listen. Okay. Anyway, so then when Melanie and I were talking about it briefly before the episode started, Melanie said, "Well, Heather, you only like winter because it's the holiday season, and not everyone celebrates the holidays the same way your
That wasn't
family
me.
does in the winter. But that doesn't make my love of winter any less valid, because the reasons that you like summer, the reasons that Seneca likes summer, are also specific and individualized. Like Seneca likes summer because that's when she can spend time with her friends. I like winter because that's when I can spend time with my family, right?"
You also have to note that like not everyone enjoys like Christmas as well. So you can't say just because they celebrate it they have to enjoy winter.
Mhm.
Yeah, I mean, and that's not everyone has to like winter. I personally like winter because it's got. I mean, I don't really like things. I love seeing my family, so I like Thanksgiving because I get to see my family. I'm not a big fan of Thanksgiving food, but the holiday itself is good because I mean, we won't get to see
Eva,
the
you got
family
something to say? Like that
this
face you
year.
just pulled right there.
That face you made a little.
I have my like cup on a coaster and did that thing where it sticks and then just fell.
It's
So-
just you were like it looked like you were sipping from your cup in a very much like, I have something to say about this, but I'm keeping quiet because
Yeah.
I'm in, like
opinion. I haven't heard much.
but I like the winter because it's like the whole holiday season. It's got October is like still in the fall, I guess, but fall is nice too. Sort of like the fall winter sphere from like October to December are my favorite because it's got October and it's got my birthday and it's got Thanksgiving and it's got Christmas. And like the entire month of December is my favorite month out of the entire year. And I get that it's only my favorite month because it's the Christmas month and my family always like does a lot to celebrate Christmas. Like we well like my dad hosts a Christmas party and we put up decorations and we play Christmas music, but I always associate it with sort of like a very like cozy feel good time of the year, like where like everyone's happy and there's a general cheerfulness in the air, and it's chilly outside but it's warm inside. And sure, you're a little bit stressed about finals, but then afterwards it's done and then you feel a great relief because you don't have to worry about finals anymore.
Oh, no.
And
You're
there's-
checking for a report card all the time.
And
Okay.
there's good food, and there's more like chocolate and hot chocolate and eggnog, like there's seasonal drinks. And there's just sort of this atmosphere that's super like cozy and comforting and hopeful. And that's what I like about December. Yes, Melanie?
I just silently like hyped up Heather because I'm like, yeah, you be our representative. Yeah, go to winter.
No, the holiday season just stresses me out. One, getting gifts. Two, receiving gifts. Anything around gifts stresses me out because I'm like, what if you give it to someone, they don't like it? Or what if someone gives you something and you feel like your reaction is not what they're looking for? You know? And then there's always the family stuff. You guys may have like perfectly good families where everything's all cheery and stuff, but like no, but like your association with Christmas in general is a lot better than I'd say for me.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah,
that was the
good
point I'm trying to make.
association
Not
with
trying to
Christmas.
make the little.
Okay. That was like getting close to personal attack territory there, you know.
Oh, it's okay. It's okay.
But you
it's
see,
fine.
mine is divorced
You'll be
too,
fine.
so you know. But I was gonna say like your association with Christmas is a lot more positive, I'd say, whereas like my association with Christmas is, oh no, who's gonna insult me next? And there's just like a line of people, you know, Uncle whatever's face.
Uncle
I-
Tom.
Like you spend Christmases with so many people. Like before when I was little, I spend it with like the whole side of the family, opposed to now where I don't as much. But like the whole side of the family, there's those two aunts that are always bicker, and then there's those other aunts who are always hate. They hate the children because they don't have children.
Oh, the bitter aunts.
And then there's the drunk ones, and there's like the family gatherings in general are stressful. They are the most
What?
stressful thing I will
Um,
ever encounter in my entire life. Screw finals. No, I'm worried about who's gonna say what, who's
I'm
gossiping
worried about the
about
drunk
what,
uncle.
who just
Yeah.
got divorced, who's like
I
having an affair. I
Um,
didn't understand it when I was little, but when you start getting it when you're older, you know, you start piecing stuff together. Yes, Seneca?
So for me, I think I want to take back my claim. I don't actually support Melanie anymore. I think I'm gonna say spring is the best holiday.
Oh.
Or
Oh, I
All
do
right.
too.
Okay, I
screw
see.
all of you guys.
Wow.
I'm my
Seneca.
own team.
Oh, we
So
love
I
that for
do
you.
think like I do associate winter with like really nice chill vibes. I do really like the atmosphere during the winter. I do enjoy the things that I do in summer, but I think I like spring the most, mostly because it's my birthday season. So screw y'all.
You see, I don't like summer because of my birthday. I don't celebrate my birthday, really.
I don't
So
either.
like, that's not my argument for it. But like summer in general, you're just chill the entire time through. You don't have like a to-do list most of the time. You're sort of kind of like it. Like today, I'll probably just stay at home, watch something. But like during winter, you have 2 weeks off. 2 weeks. That's like
Oh yeah, no. Well, I mean, Christmas, winter is really cold for me. Summer's really hot for me. Spring is just right for me.
also during those 2 weeks, you're jam packed with stuff to do. You're like, okay, we're meeting this person on this day. We're going to this person's house to celebrate. Yada yada yada. It's just a lot.
May I state why I don't like summer? So summer, I mean, first of all, summer weather during the summer is just atrocious, right? It's hot and it's like
Sticky,
and it's like it's everything is
moist.
super sluggish and you don't have any energy, you don't want to do anything and you're just like, man, this sucks. And like it's nice to have a little bit of good sun, right? But when you get there's a specific type of sun you get in the summer that's just it's so like it makes the days drag on, right? And I don't particularly like it. I like it when it's rainy and foggy and overcast. And I don't know if that's specifically because I like winter weather or just because I lived in San Francisco for a large part of my life. So I associate fog with home. Um, but so the weather isn't great. And free time is definitely nice. Although I have a hard time like structuring my free time, so I don't do anything productive. And I spend a lot of my time just sort of like feeling kind of blah because I'm just sort of like I'm like watching YouTube or playing video. I'm not doing anything productive. I just do the same thing all day. Which is
So it's the
easier, but it's
repetitive routine for you.
Mm-hmm.
I have a great internal loathing for monotony. So I don't like the middle of the school year, right? When we're not doing anything interesting. It's just the same thing over and over and over again. It's like, I want to fall down a well. And also like summer camp, right? Nothing incites my anxiety more than summer camp because because school, at least you know people, right? Unless you're going to school for the first time, and in which case that's like sucky and something you have to work through, right? But it's still like sort of different, right? Because when you're going to school in the first time, you know you're going to be with them for like forever and forever. And by forever and forever, I mean like a couple of years at least. And like the classes make you sort of interact with people, but in an academic fashion, because it's not just like, hey, go be nice to that person. It's like, hey, work with that person on an assignment about George Bush or whatever, and then you have to do that, right? So it gives you something to do with the other person rather than just, oh, go make awkward conversation. And also, it seems like every single time I go to summer camp, everyone else in the camp goes with someone else they already know. So people are already in groups and cliques, and usually it's like a lot of the summer camps I go to have sort of less boys. It's like mostly girls. And I don't know if that's just because of the type of summer camps I choose or just guys just don't go to some. I don't know. I don't know. But I always, especially like teenage girls, intimidate me so much.
You are.
Yeah. I know, but still, especially, I know it's stupid, but whenever I see like a group of teenage girls sort of like out and about, I mean, not so much anymore because COVID.
Have we not been that group before?
Why do I? No, you know what I
Well, we
imagine
know
from
each other. We know we're all just derpy
no,
and
no,
But when
weirdos.
other people
when
see us
Heather
racing
said
through
there's-
JCPenney
Finish.
with our random
You're
clothes.
not letting me finish, Melanie.
No, legit. No, when Heather said that, I imagine just like a group of girls just T-posing in front of Heather, intimidating her.
Yeah, they're sort of like walking down the street with Starbucks or whatever, and they're like having conversation and laughing, and my brain immediately goes like, oh my goodness, they're going to like judge me. I mean, they won't say anything, right? They might not even, they probably won't even notice me, but I think they're going to like see me and judge me silently, and I know that's stupid, right? Because I am part of a group of teenage girls, and we get to Starbucks and walk around and laugh at jokes, right? But we're okay. We sometimes judge some people, but usually it's like middle-aged men and not other teenage girls. We don't judge other teenagers.
I don't know if that justifies judging people, but
Yeah,
okay,
I know.
thank you
That
for
still makes us seem
backing us
kind of
up.
mean.
Yeah. Okay.
We don't judge teenagers. We just judge the people in their midlife crisis.
I
Don't
just
worry.
judge the people like by what I hear by ear. Like one time I saw this person who was like, "Oh my goodness!" and that grandma swung me with a purse, and I was like,
Yikes. We don't actually we don't actually judge people. Well, like there was like that one Birdman that we followed around the mall, but that wasn't
Okay,
judgment.
but he was lunging up the
curiosity.
escalator. I can't not notice him.
I'm sorry, I wasn't a part of this.
Also, I admired. Okay, just like
Yeah.
we admire
That
such
was a curiosity.
like
That wasn't a judgment.
flexibility and
All right.
okay.
We don't actually judge people.
Sure.
We're too busy.
"Sure."
Well, not. We're usually too busy, like having
Eva.
conflict or whatever. Gosh darn it! But okay, we judge people sometimes, but like not other teenage girls, right? So
I don't know
theoretically
about that.
shouldn't be.
Have you seen Melanie?
But it's like,
Why is it just me?
Because that's you.
but so I know it's silly, right? And we've gone off the topic, which is that summer camps are trash. But so it's like a bunch of groups of teenage girls who know each other and are already in cliques. Like that's terrifying, and I am super socially awkward and hate talking to. Well, I like meeting new people. I am also terrified of talking to people I don't know because I'm always afraid they're going to hate me. So I'll just like sit awkwardly and quietly in the corner. And then it's like either, I don't know, sometimes someone will pity me and come talk to me and then I'll be nice to them, right? Because I'm nice to people. But it's like I don't have the confidence to go up to anyone and start conversation or become friends with someone. So I'm always like that awkward kid who sits in the corner and like doesn't say much. And so then I'm just that awkward kid who sits in the corner and I know that's what they think of me. And so everything is a mess. It's always just everything is such a mess.
It's always the first impression. Like,
So summer camps are sucky.
No. That's why when you first enter, you assert your dominance. Show
Oh, no,
them who's
yeah.
boss.
You just
Pose.
walk
Yeah.
in, go. You come soon.
The thing is, a lot of times, if I were to just walk into a summer camp and T-pose, people would probably they would think it was amusing, right? And then they would want to be my friend. But I don't.
That's the way to go.
The funny thing is that probably genuinely would work with just sort of getting to know people, right? But I don't have the sort of confidence to do that.
I know the ways.
Here's the thing. If I was in a summer camp and someone just walked in and immediately started T-posing, I would admire them.
Yeah, I like
go
her.
over there and talk to them and be like,
that sounds like something I would totally do though.
and that does. Seneca has that type of personality. But here's the thing. You said that during like the middle of the school year, you start kind of like just moping around and you're like just not having a great time. But that's when you miss the summer because you go, oh man, I wish. Because you go into school thinking, oh, finally, no more summer. Finally, time to go and see my friends and whatnot, like every day. But then during the middle school year, you're like, I would kill for a 1 week break right now.
I would kill
That's
to not
fair.
see your faces for like 2 weeks.
See, that's what makes winter better because that is that 2 week break that you would kill for, and there it is for you. See?
Yeah.
But then nearing the end of the year, like second semester, you'd be like, oh man. But spring break's only a week. And then you're like sort of kind of waiting, like, and the last 2 months don't have any holidays from what I know, or usually that's the situation. So when you're going past those like 8 to 10 last weeks, no breaks, finals,
Yeah,
and
that's
everything.
mostly spring, right? And that's Seneca's domain. So argue with her about that.
Hey,
but
no one argues
that's
with
why
me
you
here.
want summer, though. That is why you long for that summer break. So
Yeah, but then midsummer, you're like, oh, summer.
This entire
Really?
episode is just going to be what is the best season.
I know, right?
We need
not
to
I'm in
move
my
on.
own
We're
realm.
Okay,
we're
summer's
gonna
the best
split this
season.
recording
Next
into 2
question.
episodes or something.
No.
We don't have to. We can just this can just be the season episode. Which season is the best? Brought to you by the Mindless Idiots.
We love that.
No one knows what they're talking about.
Wait, are we actually gonna keep talking about it? Or
Are we gonna go with the?
No, we need to move on, please.
What is the best / most creative insult you've heard?
The most creative insult I've ever heard was like one of my first days in high school. And like we were in geometry class and it's mostly like at the time, because we were in geometry, which is like one above the usual because we had accelerated, it was mostly like sophomores and then some juniors, right? So then we go into the class and there's like 4 freshmen and we're sitting down and then I have this person at my table and one of them was like, "Oh, go suck my," and the other one's like, "No, I don't like Tic Tacs," and I was like,
Oh,
No. God, what a burn!
damn, that was good.
and I was
Wait.
like, so this is what high school's like, and that was my like first introduction, and I've been dying to use that line ever since. Like when
I
the
know,
thing
right?
comes up, I will 100% say that one day. I swear. Hopefully, I'll be able to actually say it and not like start laughing midway into saying
Yeah.
it and be like,
You have to
I
deadpan,
don't-
otherwise it
I
detracts a
don't
little
like,
bit.
and then like it just ruins it. Because the person who said it, she was so confident. She was like, "I don't like Tic Tacs," and then the person was like, "Oh," and they didn't say anything afterwards, and I was like,
That's so they didn't. Well, that's literally the worst, lamest possible response to getting like roasted like
Roasted.
that. Like if you tell someone to suck your dick and then they totally like destroy you and then you're just like,
Oh,
well,
and
that's
are
so
like
sad.
you have clearly been defeated. I mean you
Yeah.
have lost that fight anyway.
you hope that no
but
one
that
else
was,
heard
like-
the exchange.
You are not even bothering to hide your wounds there. You aren't losing with grace. You're letting that person grind you into the ground with their heel.
So yeah, best moment of my freshman year because it was just
Thumb really
so
hurt.
funny.
Why? Ow. Ow. Ow.
I don't want to move on to Seneca's debates because, oh my god, we had this
Wow.
debate in like one of the classes. I remember. I don't remember what.
Really?
Man, I hate all of Seneca's ideas. I don't want to talk about them.
Moving on to
Wait,
mine.
but did you
Okay.
guys say yours? Like Seneca and Eva's like most creative
mom.
insult?
Oh, I don't. Yeah, I remembered something, but like it wasn't a creative insult. I just remembered something. I was like, oh no.
Something.
Wait, which
Oh,
ones
can you
are
tell, huh?
Seneca's? I didn't look over hers yet.
It's like the is a hot dog like if it is it a sandwich if it's only one piece
Are
of
we getting
bread, if it's a
accelerated
hot dog,
flashbacks?
it's hamburger, it's
Wait,
toast.
do you actually had this? I've never had this
diagram
discussion
for
with someone
that.
before.
I saw a diagram for that the other day. Here, let me see if I can find it and send it
No,
to
like
y'all.
in accelerated math, those questions were always tossed around. Like, which came first, the egg or the chicken? Is water wet? Is a hot dog a sandwich? Yada yada yada. Like those
Really?
went around
I don't
so.
remember. I never pay attention in class.
Oh no, I just heard it and I was like, I don't know who to side with because either way they're really intimidating when they get into it. So I try to stay out of it.
I mean, no, I've heard people ask these questions, but I've never actually like participated in any of the conversations.
Okay, but can we all agree that water isn't wet?
Here, this is the here. No, water is wet. What are you talking about?
Water as in collectively, or water as in a molecule?
So we can stop the argument.
Too much taco, sushi. Yeah.
A hot dog
I
is
can
a
only see like
taco.
a third of it. I can't see the entire thing at all.
Just send it in the chat.
All right.
But Heather, did you just tell me that water's wet?
Yes. I will die on this hill.
I wish I could bring my
Straight
friends
face.
into this because they have such good arguments as to why it isn't, but I can't remember any of them. I just know I have a very
So
strong foundation.
Everyone
for
is
arguing.
depending on you, Melanie.
Why I always think, I mean, does it on one hand, does it really matter if water is wet or not? No, which is why. All right, so this is one of the ones I put down for my topics too, because I hate the debate because it's like
wait, before you
it's
move
just-
on, just define wet. Like actually define, like find the literal translation of wet. Then we can move on from here.
mhm.
Wet,
So
adjective,
covered or saturated
saturated
with water.
water or another
Or liquid. It does not say water itself.
I know,
With water, so that it
With water. Water makes it wet.
Yes,
Water
but
isn't
you
wet
would-
itself.
yeah, but you would say water is saturated with water because water is water, right? You can't be less saturated than being the thing itself. I straight up called Charlie
I
to
feel like,
back me up on this, but they're busy and they didn't pick up.
you were trying to get. Oh, okay.
assistance, whoa.
I know.
Whoa,
Reinforcements.
cheated here.
Charlie,
Wait, what did Eva say?
You're wet, Heather.
Whoa, what just happened? Isabel, you gotta clarify which wet. That needs to be clarified.
You know.
You know.
Gonna clarify. Isabel, why me?
Nah, you can't leave us hanging like that. You
I
can't leave
love
us
you.
hanging. You
Thank
can't
you
leave
for
us hanging.
chiming in.
What's your is water wet to Eva?
Yeah.
Seneca?
Oh. I will say both.
Because
I'm
otherwise it
thinking
would be
of,
like
like-
water is dry.
I'm thinking water as in like in chemically. So like water as a solid, obviously not. Water as a
Water is a
liquid and a
liquid.
vapor is more wet than it is. So I think it just depends on how you interpret
Oh, Seneca's
water
always just
itself.
you can say both. I can't do
Yeah, no,
that.
I'm always in the middle. I never pick sides.
It's like smart but not smart at the same time, you know.
You're
It's
like
both.
the Aaron Burr of arguments.
I am
Ugh.
the most neutral
Just make
person.
a
You
history
can
reference.
you can literally tell me anything and I will find an argument for the other side and back both of them.
Oh, okay. All right, let's move on to one of Seneca's. Oh wait, no, we already squashed this hot dog sandwich, and that's no.
Yeah, hot dog
Yeah,
is a
that's
fine.
taco,
I'm fine with that,
according to
I'm
the
fine with
Okay,
chart
there's
that
there's
I
no
had.
other side for this. If you think a hot dog is a sandwich, get help.
I mean, no, it technically can. If you split the bread in half and you put it together, that is a
Is that a
sandwich
hot
at
dog
that
anymore?
point.
Yeah.
Yes,
if
it
you
is. It's
cut
still
it
a
and then
hot
you put it
dog.
on top,
A hot
then
dog
it would be a
is
sandwich.
bread and sausage. As long as you have that, that's a hot dog.
Eva, would you like to?
Okay, all right, here we go.
My
I'm gonna
shoulder
move
just
away from.
cracked.
Well, no, technically still on food because you need animals. Okay, so
Oh,
if animals could talk, which one would be the rudest?
I'd imagine a cow. Just right off the top of my head, with like no explanation why, I'd imagine a cow.
I would say like a badger or a raccoon.
I was thinking of a horse.
I
feel
was
like
thinking of a
raccoons-
hyena, but like I guess I wouldn't be rude. That'd just be really annoying.
I get the horse statement just because I've read Percy Jackson. Like, that's
Yeah,
the whole
same.
reason.
Yeah.
Okay. As someone who did horseback riding for several years and has experience like
We
dealing
love
with
that,
horses,
building up that resume of yours.
I can tell you with very sure certainty that horses are they're so pissy, right? And there are some horses that are really nice and really sweet, but they're very strong-willed and they
I
don't
imagine them to be like really
they don't give a
stuck
damn
up.
about you.
I imagine them they would be like really stuck up and like confident. So like they like berate you. That's what I'm thinking.
Maybe peacocks then, because they're very showy.
They're very
you know?
loud. Have you ever heard a peacock? They're like, ah! They're so loud.
Or
Cats
as in,
are
like they'll brush you off more.
bipolar.
Cats,
Bible.
I don't think would be rude to your face. They would just be mildly passive aggressive, right? They wouldn't talk
Yeah.
too much anyway. And they make like a few biting remarks at like whatever like is your deepest insecurity, and then they would just like wander off and go lick their butt because
act
that's
like
what
they
cats
didn't have
do.
You know, I just imagine like a cat meeting while you're asleep, and they're just like, "Oh my god, my owner's so like they add so much salt to the dishes. It's disgusting."
Exactly. The cats know where to hit you where it hurts, man.
But then they come back a few hours later, like, I need pets, touch me, attention. So that was my
Yeah.
cat impression.
Yeah, that's like
Better than the Cats movie.
that's like when I'm trying like with like Spice or whatever. Or I suppose Finn too sometimes, but Spice is she's a very cat if that makes any sense at all. Like she's super prissy and she's like super inconsistent as to whether she wants attention or not, right?
Right.
Because I'll like go up to pet her and she'll just be like, and she'll just give me a look and she'll walk away. And I'll be like, wait, I don't want to give you love and attention. And she'll go and she'll hide under something and she'll be like, no, f you. And then later it's
Language.
like, yeah, whatever. And then I know. I knew it was language when I said it, but it was the only thing that could properly convey my point. And then later it'll be like, I'll be like going downstairs to like grab something from the laundry room, and then she'll be sitting by the door, and then she'll go meow, 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 like love me, Heather, give me love. You never love me anymore. I'm so lonely. Heather, come outside and play with me. Come outside with me.
You
I'm
get
so
that from a
lonely.
meow?
Heather,
It's
you don't
dragging
get
on
that
a little
anymore,
too
Heather. And I'm like,
seriously.
I know.
You get all that from a
Whoa.
meow? Okay, so that's the way we're gonna end it off, I guess, today. So that was today's episode of Mindless
Yup.
Podcast. We're probably gonna do a part 2 to this just because it was pretty fun. We
Oh, I
hope you
still
enjoyed
want that.
it. And yeah, so we'll see you next week on another episode of Mindless Podcast. And yeah, so wait, I forgot something. Like,
Don't forget to
subscribe,
yeah.
do all that stuff on wherever you're listening because
And all
Yeah,
that
We
stuff.
are desperate.
all right, we'll see you next week. Bye.
Bye.
Yay.